Hey guys, so this is just a quick intro to let you know that the title of the episode says what it is, and I'm just gonna preface this and give a warning for about 2 more episodes in this coming month will just be by myself. Unfortunately, those are just gonna be sort of special episodes. So yeah, but let's get into today's. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of At the Movies with William Fletcher. As per usual, I am your host, William Fletcher, and today is going to be the monthly continuation of me talking about the films that I watched in the previous month. I watched a ton of stuff in this month, so let's get right into it. So first off, I started the month by rewatching Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which I covered on the podcast, so go listen to that episode. Go listen to that episode, and I hope you enjoy listening to me talk about it. Then I watched Knocked Up from Judd Apatow. I figured, it's Judd Apatow. I liked the 40-year-old version, which I watched earlier this year. In fact, the beginning of the month, right at the end of January is when I watched it. I really, really liked it. The 40-year-old version, that is. And Knocked Up, I didn't like nearly as much. I thought it was perfectly solid. I think my score might be a bit generous, but I did quite enjoy it. And yeah, it's perfectly decent. And sometimes it's perfectly solid, but it's not like great cinema or anything. But, I liked it. It was decent. Then I watched a Goofy movie. I was surprised at how much I liked this one. I know a couple people who are really big fans of this movie. They really love it, and I decided I might as well check it out, see what the hype is, I guess it was. And yeah, it was really enjoyable. I really got into it, especially towards the end, and the relationship between Goofy and his son, and the whole, it's just really nice. It was really enjoyable. I really liked what they did with it. There were some really nice moments in it, really nice emotional moments in it, and also it's a fun road trip movie. I haven't seen a whole lot of road trip movies to sort of compare it to. I think, what are the other? I've seen Borat, which I really love actually, and Dumb and Dumber, which I have discussed on here. I don't really care for it. But yeah, no, I really, really liked a Goofy movie. I thought it was a lot of fun, really entertaining, and yeah, just really nice. Following that, I watched This Is 40, the sort of spiritual sequel to Knocked Up. I liked it. I liked it more, actually. I did like it more than Knocked Up. I just thought it was funnier. I think I preferred the leads in it, and I just liked the sort of drama stuff they were going through, and I just thought there was a lot more entertainment to be had with those two characters. I just like Paul Rudd more than Seth Rogen, honestly. I don't dislike Seth Rogen, but I just think Paul Rudd is a far more entertaining man, and it's my second favorite Judd Apatow film of 3 I've seen now. The 40-year-old version is the best one. Then I watched A Few Good Men, which I covered on this podcast, so go listen to that. That I believe wasn't last week's episode. It was the week before last. It wasn't the episode that came out this week. It came out the week before. Then I watched a few animated films: Anomalisa, directed by Charlie Kaufman, The Illusionist, I don't know who made that, and Turning Red, I also don't know who made that. So I'm just going to quickly go through these. Anomalisa is really, really great. I love Inside Out, and I'm happy Inside Out won the Oscar, but honestly, I kind of think Anomalisa equally deserved to get the win that year. I just really, really liked it. I thought that it was the better stuff from Charlie Kaufman. For me, it's sort of in the middle of his career. It's between on the stuff I really like, being John Malkovich and Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and then there's the weaker stuff on the other side, Adaptation and I'm Thinking of Ending Things, and I just loved it. The voice performances from David Thewlis and Jennifer Jason Leigh really complemented each other really well, and I really did like it. It was fantastic. It's well worth a watch. It shows that Charlie Kaufman is very good when he wants to be. I'm Thinking of Ending Things was just a disappointment. I didn't particularly care for it, but I might do a Charlie Kaufman thing at some point, a season, maybe a couple episodes covering his entire career in here. Who knows? I could totally do that. Following that was The Illusionist, which I did mention before, and I mean, what a great year for animated films, by the way. 2010, you had The Illusionist, Toy Story 3, How to Train Your Dragon, Megamind, Tangled, Despicable Me, you know, the Shrek Forever After is apparently pretty decent. It's getting a bit of a resurgence. I haven't seen it, but it's, it's perfectly fine. I really liked it, but I think the Academy voted and chose the best 3 films for that year, and I just really liked it. The animation is beautiful. There's not really a whole lot of dialogue in it. There is dialogue, but you can't really understand it. And yeah, no, it's just really fun. Not fun, no. I say films are fun and they're not. But it's really good. It's well worth a watch. And then Turning Red, it's fine. It's like bottom half of Pixar. I didn't particularly care about it. It was perfectly solid. It was perfectly fine. Didn't really care for it too much. After that was The Belko Experiment, which I thought was a lot of fun. I don't really know why a lot of people seem to hate that film. I thought it was really fun. It was really, a nice, like, 90-minute sort of thriller, I guess you could say, game of death, people stuck in this building, and I really liked it. Performances were all pretty solid. John C. McGinley was particularly good in it, and the lead performance from the main guy in it I thought was pretty decent. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. James Gunn's script, I don't know why people didn't care for it. It's James Gunn, and it's sort of just more of James Gunn's sort of humor and stuff. But yeah, no, Belko Experiment, seriously, go watch it. If you have seen it and you don't think you like it, I guarantee it's probably better than you remember. I do recommend checking it out if you get a chance to. Then I watched Greta Gerwig's 2 sort of major films that she's released. I believe she's released a sort of film that she co-directed with someone, but I don't think that particularly counts. But I watched Lady Bird and Little Women, and I liked Lady Bird, and I really did quite like Little Women. I don't think Lady Bird deserved an Oscar nomination, or Saoirse Ronan a Best Actress nomination, or Greta Gerwig a Best Director nomination, but I do think Little Women's nominations for actress and supporting actress are very well deserved. And honestly, if Gerwig had been nominated for director for that, I think it would have been well worth a nomination. I really liked it. Lady Bird is fine, but I've just seen so many far better coming of age stories, honestly, and I just didn't really connect with Lady Bird in a way that a lot of people seemingly did. I did connect more with Little Women, and I do like it more, and I do think it is a far more well-made film, and plus performances are far better. I mean, Saoirse Ronan is far better in Little Women than she is in Lady Bird. The screenplay is far better. Florence Pugh is better than pretty much any performance in Lady Bird. And yeah, it's really, but I do like both of those films. Lady Bird less so. It's perfectly fine, but I mean, something like Superbad or something is far more appealing to me, and I like it more just because of its story. I think its story works better, and I guess I identify with it more, but I also just think it's far better made on sort of a technical level, performance level as well, writing, just all the stuff. But yeah, no, both of those. I do check out Little Women first because it is the better film. Following that, I watched Hereditary, and Jesus Christ, man, was Hereditary something to watch. I had planned to watch Ari Aster's Midsommar as well. I did not get a chance to watch that this month. I started watching it and I just couldn't be invested enough to finish it, but I'll probably watch it. I might cover Hereditary and Midsommar when his new film comes out, which is Disappointment Boulevard, which may or may not be coming out this year. Who knows? I think he said something about he's still editing it or something. There's still a whole post-production process behind it. So we'll just see, but I mean, if Hereditary is anything to go by, I'm probably gonna really like Midsommar a bit, as well as Disappointment Boulevard, provided he makes it, not 3 hours long, which I just can't stand films that are 3 hours long. I legitimately get annoyed at 3-hour films, because it's just like there's no way, no film can justify a 3-hour runtime. Even films I really, really like Lord of the Rings, I love those films, but I seriously doubt they justify the 3-hour runtime. I do need to rewatch them, but I mean, just anything over 2.5 hours really needs to justify, but anything over 3 is just taking the piss at that point. But Hereditary is a good film. It's really good. Toni Collette should have been nominated and won the Oscar for Best Actress. She's really, really great in it. I also think Alex Wolff, I think, is the guy who plays her son. He's also really good. He deserves some, because everyone was talking about how great Toni Collette was, but honestly, I think Alex Wolff deserved just as much love and praise. The film was just so good. It was really just haunting and creepy. There's some really unnerving moments of horror in it, and I'm not usually one, because I think a lot of horror films just fail at doing horror. But this film really got me in a lot of places, and it's phenomenal. It's well worth the watch. It's definitely a hard film to watch at times, and if you're not into horror, don't check it out. And but if you're interested in film in general and you're not really bothered about horror, go watch Hereditary. It is amazing. Following that, I watched Beautiful Boy. And I only really watched it because Timothée Chalamet was in it. And as suspected, he was really great in it. But besides that, it's a perfectly fine film. There's nothing particularly brilliant in it. It's not like doing anything really crazy with the form. It's a pretty, decent sort of run-of-the-mill biopic. But I will say Timothée Chalamet is really great. And the fact that he didn't get Oscar nominated for that role is a bit of a disappointment. But also, he shouldn't have been put in supporting category. He was the lead of that film. I think that is important, though. He was the lead of Beautiful Boy. Like, him and Steve Carell were, at best, you could say they were co-leads. But he was far more than just like a co-lead. Like, he was more of the lead than fucking Steve Carell was. But he did deserve a nomination for that role that he didn't get, which is unfortunate. But it's a decent film. It is worth checking out just for Timothy's performance. I do say Timothée, but it is Timothée Chalamet. Go check it out. It's a decent movie. I watched The General next. I thought it was fine. I don't really understand why it's on something like the IMDb Top 250 or anything, but it is a decent movie, and it's well made, and there's some enjoyable stuff in it. The stunt work in it is impeccable. Buster Keaton, one of the earliest stuntmen in history, and I have to give him props for that, because it's very impressive stunt work he's doing. He's really good in it. It just, the stuff he's doing, very, very nice. I just didn't really connect the story, and I just didn't think it was all that great. But it's a good movie, and it is worth checking out just for historical purposes. And then my 100th film I've seen this year, Jurassic World Dominion. I will not be talking about this actually, because I will be doing, at my review of the year, I will be talking about this stuff that I do tie-in episodes to at the end of the year. I'll just say it's fine. Then I watched Corpse Bride by Tim Burton. I like Tim Burton. I really like Tim Burton. He's a good filmmaker. He just is just sort of lost a bit of himself. Like, he hasn't, like, I think a lot of people will say that he hasn't really made anything great in about a decade. I mean, Frankenweenie seems to be like the last really critically acclaimed thing he did. I mean, it was Oscar nominated for animated feature, but everything after that, like, everyone seems to sort of admit that he's not that great anymore, than that he sort of lost something. But Corpse Bride, actually, let me look. Yeah, Frankenweenie. Well, yeah, Frankenweenie and Dark Shadows is the same year. Then there's Big Eyes, Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Number, yeah, which weren't, none of those were particularly well acclaimed. But Corpse Bride, I really liked. I'm a big fan of stop motion animation. Nightmare Before Christmas is one of my favorite films of all time. Tim Burton didn't write that, of course. He was just heavily, well, he didn't direct it rather. He was just heavily involved with the production side of it, and fair enough. And I do really like Nightmare Before Christmas, and I like this. I thought this is very nice. Helena Bonham Carter is wonderful. I've come to that realization this year that she is phenomenal. One of the best actresses working today. Possibly my favorite, honestly. Like, she's so great in, well, the Tim Burton stuff she's done. Like, she's really done a lot of really great stuff, and she's by far the best part of the film. A really wonderful voice performance. Johnny Depp is like pretty decent, is a pretty decent vocal performance, but it's not like anything amazing. Like, it's not like an amazing vocal performance from him. To be honest, I couldn't even really tell it was him for a lot of it. I knew he was in it, I just couldn't tell it was him. But Helena Bonham Carter is wonderful, and yeah, I'm just looking at the films. So I've seen 14 of her films. And she's great in, like, all of them. I mean, particularly in Fight Club, Sweeney Todd, and Conversations with Other Women. Like, she is excellent in all of those films. She is just phenomenal. Like, it's hard to go wrong with Helena Bonham Carter. Just absolutely great talent. And but in Corpse Bride, I also really like the songs. Songs were really nice. Then I watched Sherlock Jr., which I liked. I actually really enjoyed. I thought it was a lot of fun. I thought the guy playing Sherlock Jr. was who was it? Was it Buster Keaton? I think it was. I think it must have been Buster Keaton. But this was on the IMDb Top 250, and I'm slowly making my way through all of those. Yeah, Buster Keaton, and yeah, he's really great in it. And I do prefer it to the general. I think there's a lot of really great stuff in Sherlock Jr. Some really great bits of comedy. It's very well written. And there's just, yeah, a lot of really good, enjoyable stuff in it. It's very good. It's well worth checking out. Plus, it's like 45 minutes. It's fantastic. I love film, like, because you find out with a lot of older films that they're like around an hour or so, maybe less. But yeah, Sherlock Jr., well worth checking out. Then following that, I saw in the cinema Lightyear. I did an episode on that, and I will be talking about that in the review of the year. But again, it was decent. I liked it more than Turning Red, though. So yeah. Then I watched Bombshell, which was pretty decent. I liked it. I think it's fine. It's a decent movie. Margot Robbie is really good in it. Actually, I think Margot Robbie is a fantastic actress. Really good. One of the sort of best actresses working today. And I mean, I love Laura Dern in Marriage Story, but I wouldn't have been against Margot Robbie winning Best Supporting Actress that year. But the rest of the film was perfectly fine. Charlize Theron is decent, and Nicole Kidman is fine. John Lithgow's actually pretty solid. And yeah, it's just a perfectly solid, decent film. Then I watched Airplane, a really funny movie. I really enjoyed it. There's some really good stuff with it, some really great jokes. It's just a lot of fun. It's a film that there's not really a whole lot to say on, because it's just sort of an iconic 80s comedy. It's well worth a watch. Plus, it's like 90 minutes, and which is what the best comedies are. And it's just a lot of fun. There's some really funny bits in it. Leslie Nielsen is really good. And yeah, it's very, very good. So yeah, check it out. Following that, I rewatched Thor. I did an episode on it. It came out earlier this week, so go check that out. Then I watched Beavis and Butthead Do America, because Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe came out, and I figured I might as well watch Beavis and Butthead Do America for the purpose of that. I have not seen the show at all, but I really, really liked the film. I thought it was really funny. Beavis and Butthead are really funny characters. It's really dumb though, and I can see how some of they can annoy people and get on people's nerves, but it was really funny. I really liked it. I had a lot of fun with it, and it was just a really funny time watching these two idiots just sort of luck their way to the end of the film. And yeah, it's really, really good. I do recommend check it out, or at least be sort of familiar with Beavis and Butthead as characters before you check them. Because I did watch the shorts, and I am aware of who they are, but do sort of, because you might get a bit annoyed, and but yeah, I really liked it. Thought it was a really fun time. Then I watched the SpongeBob SquarePants movie for the first time, which I've never seen somehow, but I think, which is not true actually, I believe I caught the ending on TV one time. But besides that, I hadn't seen it before, so yeah. I really, really liked it though. The fact that this wasn't nominated for Best Animated Feature, but fucking Shark Tale was, is so weird. And I tried watching Shark Tale. I got about 30 minutes in and I kind of had to stop because I was like, I'm not in the mood to watch this shit right now. So I didn't watch it this month, but I will watch it as soon as I can, just so I can say that I, for certainty, that SpongeBob SquarePants movie should have been nominated for animated feature. It's well worth a watch. SpongeBob SquarePants movie is a lot of fun. I really liked it. There's some really nice moments. It's a bit sad at points. Like, there's some really dark stuff that happens in it, but it's really funny though. It's just SpongeBob SquarePants. You can't go wrong with it. But yeah, go check it out. Especially if you're a fan of SpongeBob and you haven't SpongeBob SquarePants, check it out. Then I rewatched Thor: The Dark World and Thor: Ragnarok, which I did, and which again were in the episode that came out earlier this week. Then I watched Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe, and I had a really fun time with it. It was a really enjoyable film. I really liked the time travel elements with it. It was not as good as Beavis and Butthead Do America, but it was still a really, really fun time. It's just more of the same, really, but they're in the present in 2022. And it's really funny, and I do like the whole sort of time travel mechanics they do with it, and it's just really fun, really enjoyable, and just, it's Beavis and Butthead again, but just in, a modern setting. But yeah, check out Beavis and Butthead Do America and Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. Both are really good and well worth a watch. And I watched Cha Cha Real Smooth, which premiered at Sundance Film Festival this year, and then I watched it on Apple TV+. It is decent. Cooper Raiff is the lead in it. He's really good. I really liked him in it. But besides that, the film was just sort of fine. The other performances were really weak comparatively to him. I didn't really think that... I just think the rest of the performances are a bit weaker comparatively. I don't think the writing is decent, but and I do like the soundtrack though. The soundtrack in it is really, really nice. But honestly, it is worth checking out just for Cooper Raif's performance. So go watch it. He's currently my favorite male performance of the year, and maybe my favorite performance of the year. Go check it out. It's well worth watching. I watched X, which is fine. I liked the first half. In fact, I thought the first half was really good. I thought like the sort of way they were doing the first half was really well done, really great, and everything was real nice. And then basically when the killing started, I just lost interest. I just didn't care anymore. And by the end, I was just like, man, they had something really great going on with that first half, and then they bottled it. And I was just like, well, that's it. So yeah, I really liked half of it, and then the other half just sort of just went down, in my opinion. But, the first half is really good. But yeah, it just sort of didn't maintain that quality throughout. It could have been one of my favorite films of the year, honestly. It was but it just didn't do that. Following that was Uncharted, which is currently my least favorite film of the year. I don't really care for it all that much. It's not particularly bad by any means. It's not the worst thing ever. It's just not that great, honestly. But also, most video game movies suck. So it's like Tom Holland is decent at playing a character, but he's not Nathan Drake. He just isn't Nathan Drake. I'm sorry, I don't really know what to say about it. He's not Nathan Drake. Mark Wahlberg is very weird, and the rest of the cast are weird. It's fine. I say fine. It's less than fine. It should have been better, but it wasn't. It's just a movie that exists. Then I wrapped up the month with Keanu, which I will be doing an episode on, so you'll hear about my thoughts then. So I hope you enjoyed listening to this month's edition of What Films I Watched. Check out the previous ones I've done, check out the previous episodes I've done, and I hope all of you guys have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you on Monday for the first episode of July, and I'll see all of you guys in the next one. Goodbye.